I welcome you to this lesson once again. I'm teacher Katimbo Richard, teaching mathematics. Geometry it is once again like the previous two sessions. Today we are looking at the theoretical one, unlike the previous lesson where I went to the practical part. And this lesson we cover pages 22 all the way to 24 of our book P.5. Ensure you follow so that you can answer this theory as easy as you are going to find out it will be. So we are looking at Geometry P.5, term 2. Centrally, are we looking at complementary and supplementary angles? You must note that all complementary angles add up to 90 degrees, whereas all supplementary ones add up to 180 degrees. That's what you're going to read here. Complementary angles add up to 90 degrees, and supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. And here are the examples of how one can deal with any of the two. Like example number 1. Requires us to find the supplementary angle of part A 120 degrees. You say let the supplementary angle be a letter you want. Teacher chose M, let the supplement be M. So that we know supplementary angles add up 180 degrees. That angle M plus the given angle 120 degrees equals 180 degrees. Then you work out the algebra as usual. As usual, we say M plus 120 degrees minus 120 degrees equals 180 degrees minus 120 degrees. So we put what is called part of work or side work to get the actual difference vertically. 180 degrees minus 120 degrees, where 0 minus 0 is 0, 8 minus 2 is 6, 1 minus 1 is 0, which is not written here. So you see 120 minus 120 is a 0, so it is gone, remaining with M inside, which is equal to 60 degrees we got in the part of work or in the side work. So the supplement or supplementary angle to 120 degrees is 60 degrees. Why? When these two are added, that's 120 and 60, they add up to 180 degrees, and say supplementary angles add up to the same 180 degrees. Now, part B, they will say find the supplementary angle of 111 degrees. You do the same, let the supplement be K. You say K plus 111 degrees equals 180 degrees. K plus 111 degrees minus 111 degrees equals 180 degrees minus 111 degrees. Then you get the side work or part of work if you want. You get 180 degrees minus 111, where 0 minus 1 is not possible after borrowing. We borrow the base. A number without a base is base 10, so we borrow 10 from 8 and remain with 7, or 1 from 8, which is equivalent to 10. So when we borrow 1 from 8, we remain with 7, and the other borrowed one is a 10. A 10 plus 0 get a 10. Now 10 minus 1 is a 9, 7 minus 1 is a 6. So K is going to be 69 degrees in that number. Then part C, it requires us also to find a supplementary angle of 50 degrees. You still say, let the supplement be N. I've said N plus the angle of 50 degrees equals 180 degrees. N plus 50 degrees minus 50 degrees equals 180 degrees minus 50 degrees. Still subtract accordingly, that is downwards, called vertical subtraction. You get 130 degrees and say N equals 130 degrees. So the supplementary angle to 50 degrees is 130 degrees as well. As we look at example number 2, which is about complementary ones. Remember we said complementary angles add up to 90 degrees as opposed to the supplementary ones that add up to 180 degrees. So now we are required to find the complementary angle of 55 degrees. You say let the complement be y, such that y plus 55 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. Work out y plus 55 degrees minus 55 degrees equals 90 degrees minus 55 degrees. Put the side work for the accuracy of the subtraction of 90 and 55. So 0 minus 5, post after borrowing 1 is equivalent to 10. We borrow 1 from 9, remaining 8. And what I've borrowed is equal to 10. 10 plus 0 get a 10. 10 minus 5, you get a 5. Then 8 minus 5, you get a 3. So 90 minus 55 get 35. So y equals, you get 35. So y is equal to 35 degrees. So the complementary angle to 55 degrees is 35 degrees. Why? When you add this 55 and 35, we must get a 90. And complementary angles add up 90 degrees. As we look at part B, find the complementary angle of 89 degrees. Remember, complementary angles add up 90 degrees. You say, let the complementary angle be P. You say P plus 89 degrees equals 90 degrees. Solve the algebra and say P plus 89 degrees minus 89 degrees equals 90 degrees minus 89 degrees, which P is 1 degree. So the complement of 89 degrees is 1 degree. As we look at part C, find the complementary angle of 63 degrees. You see, say, let the complement of that 63 degrees be x. You say x plus 63 degrees equals 90 degrees. Then continue and say x plus 63 degrees minus 63 degrees equals 90 degrees minus 63 degrees. Side work and subtract accordingly, you get 27 degrees. Therefore, the complementary angle to 63 degrees will be that 27 degrees. And that is all about complementary and supplementary angles. Then you will be brought different figures with unknowns, but they will ask you to find the value of the letter in the known figure. Like it is, finding the unknown angles. The general instructions say, find the unknown angles in the shapes below. Part A. So part A, look at the shape. You see, this is a straight line, which they have cut 3 angles. One is called R, another one 85 degrees, another one 55 degrees. But all in all, you must know, all angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So you add this and this and get 180 degrees. So we say R plus 85 degrees plus 55 degrees equals 180 degrees. And now put aside, you have to add 85 and 55 accurately. Here, where 5 plus 5 you get 10, the group 1. 1 plus 8 you get 9 plus 5 you get 14. So 85 plus 55 you get 140. So R plus 140 degrees equals 180 degrees. Then work out R plus 140 degrees minus 140 degrees equals 180 degrees minus 140. You will subtract accurately like we've been doing for the rest of the examples to get that R value as 40 degrees. All in all, you must know angles built on a straight line make 180 degree angles. So angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So what I'm asking, which angle property do we use? You P.5 member to find the value of R. You say angles on a straight line here add up to 180 degrees. They are all subjected to this straight line and add all the 3 angles to 180 and then get our value as 40 degrees. So the same is applicable at part B, find the value of P, and now it's also a straight angle. A straight angle is that angle equivalent to 180 degrees. So find the P, you say P plus 140 degrees equals 180 degrees because they are angles on a straight line. The next step is P plus 140 degrees minus 140 degrees equals 180 degrees minus 140 degrees. And then subtract like I've done before, all the way to getting P value as 40 degrees. Nothing else, that is the truth. So let me go to part C. This time is a polygon, like you always know if this is a polygon, it's called a triangle. So angles inside a triangle will ever be 3. That's why triangle is called TRI. TRI, not tri, means 3. So when you say triangle, I mean a three-angled figure. So it has got three angles. This is an angle. Remember, we said this is a right angle, which is equivalent to 90 degrees. There must be three angles. And this is angle named P. It's the P value we need to find. And the other one is a 50-degree one. So these three angles add up to 180 degrees as well. So the interior angle sum of a triangle is 180 degrees. Interior means inside, then sum means when added. So interior angle sum of a triangle is 180 degrees. Or you can say locally that angles inside a triangle add up to 180 degrees and must be 3. So P plus 50 degrees plus 90 degrees, you get 180 degrees like stated here. Ensure there are 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So because it's a triangle. So we go P plus 50 degrees plus 90 degrees equals 180 degrees. Then put the side work to add properly if you don't know how to add. 50 and 90. You get 140 degrees for these two. So you say P plus 140 degrees equals 180 degrees. As you continue, P plus 140 degrees minus 140 degrees equals 180 degrees minus 140 degrees. Subtract properly, that is vertically, you get 40 degrees and say P equals 40 degrees. I say side work can also be known as part of work, especially when you are reaching the last answer. Right? POW means part of work, and then get P equals 40 degrees. And now another triangle has come. Here, we are saying find the value of K in this triangle. A triangle, like tri suggests, must have 3 angles. But here I've got K and 80 degrees. And now look at the kind of triangle. These marks here, that is, these marks here show that the two opposite sides are equal. And whenever you see such a triangle which has got one side not equal to the other two, then you get to know that one is called an isosceles triangle. It's called an isosceles. So we are doing an isosceles triangular properties. So isosceles triangle is that one has got two opposite sides equal with one different from the other two. So that is isosceles triangle. Wherever I've got isosceles triangle, like teacher has identified it, please get to know that base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. Base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. And that base is that side that's different from the rest, which doesn't have these marks here. This mark, this mark. So this one is the base. So an angle at the base is 80 degrees. So you are required then to first transfer 80 degrees here as the second base angle. So base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. So the base is that side that's different from the rest. These two sides look alike because for them they are equal. This is the base. So base angles being equal and one of the base angles was given as 80, then another angle at the base here is 80 degrees. Then we apply the same angle property for all other triangles. All inside angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. The same as saying interior angle sum of the triangle is 180 degrees. Ensure there are 3 angles. That's why we brought 80 here. This 80 comes after identifying this to be isosceles. How do you know it's isosceles? When you have got these 2 marks here, and then one doesn't have that mark. So that side without that mark is called a base, and angles at that base are ever equal. That's why these 2 80s look alike. So now 3 angles of a triangle inside, that is add up to 180 degrees. That's why you say K plus 80 degrees plus 80 degrees equals 180 degrees. Where 80 plus 80, you get 160 degrees. You say K plus 160 degrees equals 180 degrees. And now K plus 160 degrees minus another 160 degrees equals 180 degrees minus 160 degrees. Write a part of work or the side work. That's 0 minus 0 get 0. 8 minus 6 get 2. thereby getting 20 degrees from the subtraction, thereby getting K equal to 20 degrees. That's how we find the unknown in the given shapes using particular angle properties, which you must then know and master and then answer accordingly. As teacher concludes the lesson, I say this work will be formed from page 22 all the way to page 24 of our workbook P5 term 2. Teacher Katimbo Richard has taught you this lesson. For more information about the same or mathematics in general, call this same teacher Katimbo Richard on this number 0776251655, or use the Airtel line 07572330066. Otherwise, that's the end of the lesson. Take care of yourselves.